Yeah, that boot knife is a little sketchy.
Oh, she sounds sketchy. Who would pick a name like that?
Right?
Right.
Hi.
Hey, can you guys hear us? Are we shiny in front and center?
Who's here? We got Rob. Rob knows
Rob
Ed.
and Sarah. Woo-hoo. You know Ed? Good. Yeah. He sounds like an okay guy.
Yeah.
So, welcome. Good to see you in here. Heck yeah. Lots of hellos going out there. Hello, Ed. Good to see you in here.
Mariner. And yes, Mountain Mariner is Ed.
He is the mayor of Edville.
Edmund.
Or is it Ed? It can't be Edmonton. That's already a place.
Well, true.
Edville. I'm going
Edville.
with. Where you at?
Let's start here. What's the temp down that way, Ed?
Yeah.
Because he's still on the water.
Yep, he is on the water. And what is your location, Ed?
Not that we're going to stalk you or anything.
We might. Cynthia, good to see you in here.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Scott's saying he can
hear us. Awesome.
Good deal.
Cool. Yeah, well, if you're new here at all, just know that we don't necessarily read all the comments. A lot of the hellos and stuff going back and forth, I don't really read. Just so we can try to stay on top. Last year, we were notorious for being about 60 comments behind schedule. So,
and if you have something important to say, or you have a question for us, put big question marks in front of your question, or some way that we highlight you when we're doing a quick skim through.
That'll work. Matt AK is in the house.
Yay.
It is alive. We are hoping to get back to some semblance of a normal schedule. Now that moose season is more than halfway through, and it's starting to slow down a little bit here, and we haven't flooded yet. I mean, relatively compared to what it has been all summer. We're hoping to get back on some kind of a normal schedule. What would you guys honestly want to see? Last year when we did this, it was every Monday at 5:45. The reason that we chose that time, though it may be late for some people, is that's 15 minutes after I get home. So I can't really do it earlier. I'd be doing it from my car, and it'd only be 45 minutes earlier. And do you want to see it weekly, or like
on a different day?
The first and third Monday of every month? Just throwing that out there. What do people think? Janet Parrish, hello from Florida. Awesome. Good to see you in here, Janet.
I bet it's warmer there than 53 degrees.
I'm pretty sure it is. And more mosquitoes. Edmondville. We apologize. I briefly forgot the name of your town. Edtropolis.
I like that.
That's not bad. Oh my goodness. 83 degrees. Can't wait to move. I don't blame you.
Where are you located, Scott?
Yeah, 83 degrees is no fun at all. No, definitely not. Pete and Jay's Homestead. Hello, Adam and Phyllis. Good to see you, Paul and Jason. Hope it's been a wonderful week for you so far. Hasn't been bad here. Port Etches, Hitchinbrook Island. Okay.
So, Ed, I don't know if you have heard of Acme Mappers, but we zoomed in on a port.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was that one. There was a giant boat in the water. So, I was wondering if it was Ed.
Make sure to look up every now and then and wave at the satellites, Ed, so we can get a good picture of you. Monica Lynn, hi guys and gals, how are you? Good to see you in here. Hope all is well. Yeah, it's been exciting here. Clint Gilchrist, good evening from East Texas. I'm glad you're from East Texas because West Texas had a 5.3 earthquake today.
Oh.
Yeah, they're trying to catch up to us.
Well, we haven't had any notable ones for a long time.
No.
Which is frightening.
It is frightening because that usually means that something is building up. And the last time this happened was a really, really, really bad earthquake. Chutzi, hello from Virginia. Well, hello, and good to have you in here.
Thanks for joining us.
Definitely.
We have a bunch of hellos. Scott is from Middle Texas.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I've got a couple of friends in Texas. When are you? I assume you're moving up here. When are you looking at doing that, Scott? If you have any questions regarding that, feel free to ask or email.
Yeah. Got some hellos. Ed's being a smarty pants.
Yeah, I'm keeping it fresh in the field, Ed. So I knew this was going to come up about the caribou and how did we do on our hunt. The road was the worst driving I've ever seen in my whole life. In fact, a video that's coming out is going to be about that. It was absolutely incredibly bad. It took us 24 hours to get within 2 hours of where we're going to hunt. Usually it takes 16 hours. So imagine how bad that road was. And we did get to shoot a caribou. I did get a 100-yard shot, but I was shooting with the wind, and I have never done that before with a bow. And it carried my arrow it just missed him over his back. And then Phyllis got some shooting in, and turns
only
out,
one because he left with all my arrows.
Yeah. Well, you got to grab them. But next time you can have your quiver on your bow.
Yes, that's going to happen.
We definitely had some excitement. We learned what caribou hunting is all about. Next year, we're going to change it up a little bit, I think. We may even take a boat. Not my boat, but an air boat, because the water's only like 2 inches deep. And as far as moose go, we kind of almost had an opportunity the first night up at Rob's. And then I think Friday we made another fatal error. And I think there was a moose right down below the cabin. And we went the other direction where there were no moose. And we got no moose. So, but the season's not over. I think Rob's got till Thursday, and I've got quite a bit longer. So I wanted to go out last night, but it rained all day Saturday, and the water is right up to the edge of our yard, and I'm not putting on waders to go out there. So hopefully in a couple days I'll get to go out and go moose hunting again.
You could have gone barefoot.
Anyway, moving on.
Okay.
Yep. Oh, I bet they are. Holy cow. Yeah, the water was coming down so hard up at Rob's. I couldn't believe it. He had puddles up by the house that were getting significantly worse by the minute. Yeah, really bad. Russell RW, hello everybody. Typing one-handed, had carpal tunnel surgery this month. Oh my. Well, I hope all is going well with that.
Yeah. Supposedly you'll feel all better.
Yeah, I've never had it, so I guess I don't know. Monday at 5:45 is fine with me. Weekly is fine, or whatever you want to do without it being a burden. It's not a burden to us.
In the winter.
Yeah, it's impossible to do during the summer. But to us, we always talked about it as being the best part of our week. You're starting the week off talking to a bunch of people that are like-minded and just fun to talk to. And we like doing the lives, and I think a lot of other people do too.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, wow.
You didn't read it out loud.
P&J's Monday Happy Hour works for us as often as you want to. Okay, there's another vote. Marvelous Matt's 1791 Garage. Hello, one and all. Good to see you in here, Matt.
That's right. Did they find a place to buy?
Yeah, I don't know, Matt. You guys had a couple of places on the menu. Matt AK, we finally have some nice weather here. Cold and raining for next week. Yuck.
Yeah, it's been cold and raining here for...
When we were up on the Hall Road, probably 2, 3, 4 hours south of Dead Horse, we woke up one morning to, it must have been...
North of a Dead Horse. No, south of Dead Horse. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Directions are hard. We had probably 30 degrees our first night up there. And somebody left their dog bowl there with water in it, and it had probably a quarter inch of ice on it. So yeah, winter's coming for all you GOT fans. Hey, Kim, how are you? Good to see you in here.
Lots of hellos. Here's Clint.
We had a bit of a cool front, only got to 90 here today. Crazy weather for us this year. I'm sorry for that.
But it's a dry heat.
Right. It doesn't, no, 90 is awful. I'm sorry. Mountain Mariner, yes, the giant boat on Google Maps is mine. Ha, cool.
It's funny shaped.
Yeah. We got to zoom in more, see if we can see Ed. Janet Parrish, I noticed you work at a thrift store. I love yard sales, flea markets, and thrift shops.
Yes.
That's for you.
Yes. The thrift store, it can be dangerous. And it's a good thing we live in a very, very small house because there's always so much cool stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Hey, look who's here.
Hey, Gary. Good to see you. Awesome. Just saw you live the other day. If you guys don't know Gary over at Enigmatic Gwitchin, definitely check him out. Yep. Got some really cool stuff.
And I see you had a premiere. I missed that.
When was that?
After we went to bed.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
Okay. Scott, welcome. We have a roll-off dumpster being filled today by us so we can list the house and sell quick. We look to be on the market in 6 weeks or less. Ooh. Oh, awesome.
So you're going to be moving in the winter.
Yeah. Definitely reach out to us before you do that one. That's winter can be a little tough. Do you know approximately the area to which you plan to move to? Would be my next question for you. And there is Gwitchin's link. Definitely check him out. Mitchell's in Alaska. Hello, everyone. Hello, Tony. Good to see you in here. Have you been doing any moose hunting, Tony? Having any better luck than us? Janet Parrish, loved watching y'all dip netting salmon. That was so much fun.
It was.
It was my first time, Rob and Sarah's first time. Phyllis had gone once before, and I didn't know what to expect. And whenever I do something new like that, anxiety just rules me for a while. And holy cow, we had a good time.
I told him it was pretty chill.
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, we were going at a blistering pace, which is fine with me. It gave us more time to relax and enjoy the scenery at night.
Yeah.
The sunsets.
It was so nice to just sit and.
Oh yeah, it was fun. And there's P&J's link. Thank you for that, Rob. If any of you have not checked out the Curmudge in Alaska, I highly recommend that you do. Not only is he a good moderator in here, but they have a beautiful little cabin up there for rent or as an Airbnb type thing. I was just in there this week. So this weekend. Very
Rob,
nice.
Drop your own link, please.
Yes, definitely. Definitely worth a check out there. Beautiful place. You can really get a taste of living in Alaska. Yeah, you're right. It was, I don't know why. I don't know why we did that. Why my brain didn't instantly flip to let's go down the hill and shoot a moose, but we did not.
I gave you a look already?
I don't think so. I think it was a look of endearment, Paula.
It always is.
It always is, yes. And there is the link for Mitchell's in Alaska. They got the coolest outhouse in Alaska.
I know. It's tempting. Our next place, we're just going to have them come build ours.
You know, now that we're thinking about it, maybe we should rethink the calendar thing. We started talking about it last year. We were going to make a calendar of YouTubers in Alaska or outhouses in Alaska. We had different ideas.
Yes.
And I wonder if we shouldn't revisit that.
Outhouses
because we need to do it now in order to have them made in time.
True.
If we wait till November 25th, then January 1st, everybody's asking about them, and we can't possibly make them that quick.
True.
So, just an idea. What are y'all's thoughts on that? P&Js, don't forget to hit the thumbs up for Adam and Phyllis. Thank you, Paula. I assume it's Paula. And there's Monica Lynn's link, another awesome channel out there. Very supportive and just an all-around nice person. And she promised to pull me out anytime I should go in the ditch. So that I'm looking forward to using that one. Scott is saying the Willow area, when is the first real significant snowfall? Looking at flying up for a week in October to scout locations. Awesome. Usually November. We might get some little ones. Our first real freeze last year was October 4th. And it just goes downhill from there. But you never know. You know, the year before we moved here, it was right around Thanksgiving. They got 4 feet of snow in one snowfall. Now, we haven't seen anything like that, not even close to that, nor do I want to. It's really hard on the moose. But yeah, it'll be nice. You definitely have to look us up. Heck yeah. P&J's, how's the garden? Love the thumbnail. Well, the garden, it's done pretty good this year.
Yeah.
So Phyllis in the picture was holding 2 cabbages. The larger one was 10 pounds. The smaller one was 8. And they'll keep going. A lot of people let it freeze once or twice. But the problem is when they start to get that big, you'll get excited. Like, oh, maybe I can get like a world record cabbage. And then you'll come home the next day and it'll be split right down the middle like somebody put an M80 in it. And when I cut that cabbage in half because I shredded it and then made sauerkraut, you could hear it like creaking and popping like an old ship. It was really pretty cool. And we made sauerkraut this weekend. So that great big one, I made a traditional fermenting sauerkraut, and that, because you crunch it all down, and really compact it, that only made half quarts. And then I used the smaller one and just shredded it and put my ingredients in a jar and water bath to make sauerkraut that way. That made 6 quarts. So, and we did some pickles. We were productive on Sunday. Couldn't really moose hunt because it was wanting to flood and incredibly windy.
Yeah.
But
our trees are almost naked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the leaves are probably 75% of the way gone up here.
That makes me sad.
Yeah, winter's coming. We had one morning when I was working on the machine shop roof.
That had here.
What? Oh, that had ice. Okay. Oof. Yeah, it's coming quick. How long is moose season? That's a good question. It really depends on the zone that you're hunting. Rob's, for instance, doesn't open until the 1st and ends on like the 20th, I believe. And other places, like where my zone is, it opens the 25th and doesn't close until the 25th. So I don't know why they do that exactly, but especially like a lot of the zone that Rob's in, but maybe some of it's more populated. It's not very populated at all. So I don't know why the big deal, but not long enough. I wish it'd go like 1 week longer in Rob's area, because they don't really answer to calls much, cow calls or anything, until they're in rut, and they're not in rut right now. Not yet. Scott, East Texas is not a dry heat. Really wet. Oh, that's even worse. I don't miss that.
There's Rob's.
Yep, there you go. And there's Gary's link again.
Mm-hmm.
Where is our other part of the dynamic?
The Gwichins?
No, the old school.
I don't know.
Ashley Anderson. Hopefully he's okay.
Is there a limit you can harvest?
Yes, there certainly is, and it's complicated. So in different zones, the rules change. But in the zone where I'm at, it either has to be a spike or a fork. It can't be 3. It can only be 2 or 1, the spike or fork. Or it has to be inches, or it has to have 3 brow tines on one side. there's even areas up, I think it's up on the Hall Road, where it has to have 4 brow tines, which is getting pretty rare. So yeah, it's complicated, and there's an actual the Fish and Game has a website on how to judge a moose, how to judge if he's 50 inches or not. So I took the course too, because it's if you shoot an undersized one, you're supposed to report it, and they come and take your gun and your truck and your hunting rights, even though you reported it legally. Yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough judgment call. Per person, that's 1 per person, or per tag, I should say. Winter move is sadly what we may be facing. We're looking between Willow and Talkeetna area. Well, if you come up in October, you can also let us know if there's other properties you'd like us to check out, because I severely suggest not checking out properties when there's a bunch of snow. And stay away from Caswell Lakes. That's my advice. But we can check them out too for you. We'll help you out, Scott. Let's see, Rob saying at Scout Balcom, both areas are nice. We are remote north of Talkeetna and love it. On to it, Aussie. Hi, Adam and Phyllis. Everyone, quick hello. Can't stay long as the phone, internet, home Wi-Fi is down today. Well, awesome to have you in here. Most definitely. Cynthia Belcom is on here learning along with me.
Well, good.
That's awesome. Yeah, if you guys have any particular questions, yell. Yes, Phyllis, hi again.
Hi.
Awesome.
We were talking about thrift store, I think.
Oh, okay. Mitchell's in Alaska. Scott, we moved here in late November of 2020. Yeah, so Mitchell's would be another really good source as far as what to do.
Yes.
And there is Rob's link over at the Curmudgeon. Definitely check out Rob and Sarah. They're an awesome couple, and hopefully they get to do lives pretty soon too. At Mitchell's in Alaska, I found your channel with the generator shed video. It was perfect. Awesome. Cool.
Nice.
P&J's, we are both watching. Jason says cheers. Sip. Awesome. Yeah, best part of it, huh?
What you drinking though?
Yeah. Curmudgeon, if you have a channel and want me to drop your link, let me know. I do miss some peeps.
Okay.
Oh, I know.
There you go.
And what kind of calendar would you like, Matt? Would you like Outhouses of Alaska? I think that would be pretty good. Tony definitely gets probably the #1 spot on that one.
Yeah, he'll get what, January?
Yeah, he'll get probably January. Yeah. We'll have to get you a union suit, so we're both standing out there in our union suits for the picture.
I don't know about that.
Onto it, pulling my hair out, Curmudge. Oh my. You're going to need all of it to stay warm up here when you come up. Mountain Mariner, I had snow October 10th last year. Oh my.
But I think we had snow fairly early in October, but it didn't stay.
No.
So,
speaking of which, I need to get the snow tires put on my car.
And the snowblower put back on the thingy.
Yeah. Fun things. Troy Sutton. Woohoo! You made her. Good to see you in here, Troy. And there's Marvelous Matt's Garage link. Definitely check him out. Does some really nice work in there. Rob's got a beautiful piece at his house. Yeah, definitely check him out. Scott, I will definitely look you guys up and buy you a coffee or whatever beverage you choose. Not a problem. That sounds great. Lots of hellos going on. Janet Parrish, how long have y'all lived in Alaska on homestead? We moved up here June of 21. June of 21. We've been here since then.
And we're not a homestead.
Yeah, homestead by true definition. when they did that in Alaska is you could stake out 40 acres. You'd have to go there and live there and make improvements. And after so many years, the land would just become yours. There is no such thing in Alaska anymore, unfortunately. Otherwise, I think more people would want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
We are off grid, completely off grid. But off grid nowadays is, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't really say that we're roughing it. I mean, we don't have a well or anything like that. We bring our own water in. We have a solar system with generator backup. Cordless things, lithium batteries have made life a whole lot easier. We recently installed Starlink, so we can do things like this live and upload videos a whole lot faster. So the nice thing about it, though, is that you don't have the constant bills.
You don't have bills.
We don't have a $300 and some a month electric bill. We don't have a water bill, a sewer bill, a cable bill, any of that.
Yeah.
It's much simpler. Yes, we do have Starlink. That's $90 a month.
Still cheaper than cable.
It's still cheaper than cable all day long. And it's much faster than the hotspot that we had before. So it's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, sauerkraut is awesome. Our garden did pretty good. Right towards the end, though, when it started cooling off and we were gone a lot because we went caribou hunting and we did stuff like that, we started getting blossom end rot again, like we had last year. But we staved it off this year when we were here because the window was open, the doors were open, or if it was cool, we'd have a fire going. And right towards the end, though, it definitely went south again. And I think it's temperatures and moisture in the greenhouse. And we have a lot of trees. So even though we have the greenhouse going, it doesn't do as well as I hoped it would. We did do a test of both tomatoes and cucumbers outside. I planted them kind of with the potatoes. The tomato, although the plant grew nicely and got some blossoms, it didn't produce anything. The cucumbers produced 3 times more than any of them inside. So I think next year, cucumbers will definitely be an outside thing, and tomatoes will definitely be an inside thing, the way that worked. But cucumbers, I cut like 8 of them, 7 or 8 off that one little plant.
Oh, yesterday. I was just off one?
Yeah.
Oh, my.
Yeah, it was epic.
And we have more.
Yeah, we have more. Curmudgeon. I just did a short of the fall colors. I saw that pop up on my phone, and I didn't get a chance to watch it yet. But I will definitely do that.
Why is Blue barking?
I don't know.
He never barks.
They're messing around.
Oh, okay.
It was a happy bark.
Yeah.
Mountain Mariner. At Mountain Mariner, can we hunt in other zones? Oh, of course you can.
I hope so.
Yep, you can hunt in any zone you want, unless you need a draw permit for it, and then that gets more difficult. There are a lot of areas that are subsistence draw permits that'll allow you to take animals, but a lot of that is on native land as well, which I can't really do it. But there's also any bull areas, which I don't know where any of those are, but there are areas like that where you can shoot any bull you see. Spike, fork, little rack, whatever, you can shoot them.
AK Dog Mom, we've been using your Citrus and Moon Booster already this cold season.
Oh boy, does it work too.
I used it, well, I didn't take it as soon as I should have. And
a lady at work was sick. She was really badly sick, and she came in, and I was like, oh my goodness, leave, lady. If I would have had holy water, I would have splashed it on her. So as soon as I got home, I took the immune booster. Phyllis didn't. I chugged it right down. I did not get sick. Everyone around me was sick.
Mm-hmm.
Phyllis got sick and is still not over it. So yeah, it definitely works. And we did learn one key factor with that, though, that I didn't really know about before, is you have to make sure that it's real honey. We had one batch that just seemed like a placebo. It didn't really help anything. And turns out the jug, it wasn't real honey. It was fake honey, I guess you can make that. The real honey makes a difference.
Mm-hmm.
Mountain Mariner, yes, you can hunt in other zones. Just follow the rules for those areas.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. Last cut the cord. I found out some info on my hunt zone and why we have to have 4 brow tines and stuff. I'll tell you after the live. Okay. Oh.
Oh,
okay.
He's out having fun.
Oh, yeah, he is. Well,
good for him.
I hope he has a good time. I think Mr. Ashley.
Oh, sorry.
What?
Yep, he's at the remote thing.
Yep. P&J's on another live last week. Ashley said he may not be around, so I'm assuming whatever he is doing, he's busy tonight. Yep, he must be. That's okay. Matt's garage. Haha. Everyone
Right?
keeping track of Ashley. Oh, we are. That's how we are up here, Matt. We look out for each other.
Okay, this is going back to the where to buy conversation.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, don't go there. Matt AK Caswell Lake says sketchy. Yes, it's not a place I would move. I can tell you stories if you'd like to hear. Janet Parrish, what's that thing that hangs under the moose's chin? I don't know what they call that. They get the big old
like
turkey gobbler thing.
The beard. I don't know. I just always thought it was a beard.
I
don't know.
I guess I don't know.
Thing.
The things I'll be looking up after this
Right?
live, Janet. Thank you. P&J's Matt, because Ashley is awesome. He certainly
Ashley.
is. Oh, there you go. Scott, does anyone know what happened to At Home Alaska? They stopped posting 8 months ago after the hard winter. I don't know.
No idea.
I don't know. It is, I mean, YouTube is not an easy thing. If you're doing it to make a living, well, that's not why we're doing it.
No.
Let's just say it helps a little bit, but we haven't quite hit the sweet spot with it. And a lot of people just plain get burnt out. It's an incredible amount of effort to put together a really good video. And when you do, it shows, but it takes a lot of hours, and we both work full time. So it can be difficult. And some people just get burnt out and they want to start YouTube thinking, yes, we're going to be simple living Alaska and make $100,000 a year in YouTube just like that. Yeah, it doesn't work that way.
And I mean, good for simple living.
Mm-hmm.
They made it work.
Yeah.
Good for them. But like you said, they don't have full-time jobs, and
No.
Yeah, that's kind of
so. And maybe they just had a really tough winter and said, we're out of here.
Yeah.
And because the winters here are not easy.
I was gonna say that happens up here.
Yeah, and they're 6 months long plus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's going to be 6 months. There's no questions. You're not going to have an easy winter, I don't think. Not that we've seen.
Right.
They've gotten easier for us because we know how to deal with stuff. But the first winter, I think that one had us questioning our idea to move here just a little bit, like because we didn't have time to prep.
Right.
Because we didn't get to move into our house until September. Well, this is September and it rains all September long. And we had no firewood. We had nothing. We didn't even have a wood stove.
No.
So
I didn't get the wood stove till October.
Yeah.
At least.
And
it was cold.
Yeah, and we had 20 below for a month, and there was no solar system here. None of that was built here. All there was this bare cabin. That was it. So everything else we had to build. You're my gin, Matt's garage. I talk with Ashley all the time. Yep. Mountain Mariner, Janet Parrish. It's called Dewlap or Bell. Thank you for that, Ed.
Now we know.
He is on the ball. Scott Belcom, feel free to drop my channel. It's a filmmaking channel. Awesome.
Okay.
Yep, we can do that. Or Rob can do that.
Right.
Well, you got time, Rob. You got like a month.
So put some wreaths or some, fall decor on it, and
yeah, we can make it look nice. Let Sarah put her touch on it, Rob.
Right.
Janet Parrish, that's a lot of stuff to remember when your adrenaline's flowing to shoot. I know. Luckily, moose aren't like deer, It's not like they're just zooming around the woods and just bouncing around. They're a pretty slow, thoughtful kind of animal, and they usually you have time to kind of make that call, but you got to make that call fast, and having good optics is a big part of that. And there is Scott Belcom's link. Thank you for that. What is the purpose of the dewlap? I don't know. If I
Are they
had,
a smell thing?
if I had to guess, it would be because that's how goats use them. The mountain goats and the sheep and stuff, they actually urinate on their own beard, or maybe in this case a dewlap, and it helps get their scent around more. That's not a very pretty sight, but that's what they do. And maybe it's got a scent gland in it too. I don't know. Matt K. It's Scott Belcom. They still own a parcel, so they haven't sold and left as of yet. Okay. Adam is a cheap date. Phyllis, not so much.
Really?
Yeah, you're right.
Whatever.
It's what?
I'm not expensive. I'm not high maintenance.
No, you're not a high maintenance.
I'm still drinking out of a can.
Yeah, it's true. True.
There's Matt AK's channel.
Yeah, and
Sorry.
And a lot of times people come up here and they're just not prepared for what this life is or how expensive it is to live in Alaska.
Yeah.
That's a big thing. Things are a lot more expensive up here. Okay. Rob, you do not have to rough it to be off grid. You're completely correct on that.
You can be as
remote as you want to be.
And is it sophisticated? No. What is the word I'm thinking of? You can have Starlink, you can have all the things, or if you don't want all that, you don't have to have it.
Yeah,
it's
up to you.
If you want to live in a cabin with candles and
chickens,
you
can do it.
Yeah.
Cats, you got to have cats.
See, you just said we have to have cats.
We have 3 dogs. We're not having cats. Nope. Mountain Marriott, Janice Parish. Scientists haven't figured out what the dewlap or bell is for. Aha. So the jury is still out on that. The Simple Alaskas. Woo-hoo. Hey, you two at Alaska Cut the Cord. Good to see you guys. Awesome.
Lots of hellos.
And the Simple Alaskan, you're just skipping over everything. Just.
Oh, there's their link. Sorry.
Yeah. See, I got to fight for you guys. She's trying to cancel you. It's rough. Well, there's look.
Yeah,
there's a look.
That was a look.
I probably deserved it. Usually I do. Lots of hellos going out there to Lynn and Daryl. That is awesome. Definitely check them out. Rob, I have to build fences before we plant outside. The critters will eat them up. Definitely they will.
Shoot the critters.
Yeah. Onto it. Aussie off-grid is what I want, but so dang hard here. Most councils won't allow. We can't even camp on our own land for more than a few months per year. Yeah, I don't know why they got to get so involved in what people do on their own land.
Right.
They need to just mind their own business.
Yeah. There's a lot of states in the United States where you can't.
Yeah. Alaska is more of a different country than it is another state. We don't do much of the same things, really.
No.
Lots of hellos going out there. Rob, I may talk to someone. I have access to a spot in Tok for next year. There you go.
Oh.
Might be worth a shot.
I kind of want to take some time next summer and go to Tok anyway, or maybe this fall. And just go see. We haven't been out there.
Yeah, and I think Alone had camped out there, and she sent us a link to the area. Looked like a pretty cool camping spot.
Yeah.
Brooke Trout 1. Hello, good people of the world. Good to see you in here, Brooke Trout. Hope all is well with you.
We have some more.
On to it, Us. The Australian government sure has a huge rule book for its citizens. Yes, they do. Yeah, that's unfortunate. And there's a hello at Brook Trout, How's Florida from Rob. I've never been there. Hate to say. Scott Balcom. On solar design, my battery capacity is a 30 kW, planning on 8K of panels. Would it make sense to double the panels? I notice it's rarely sunny and maybe 16K PV would help not run the Jenny as much. It depends really on what you intend to run off your electrical system too. We don't use a microwave. We don't use any of those things. We don't even have a washer and dryer here. That would probably use a lot more electricity. And the sun, it really kind of depends on where you are too. Like Rob is probably 300-400 feet of elevation greater than we are, and we are down at the bottom of a valley next to a creek, the Willow Creek. That really hurts us, especially in the winter. When the sun is low, it doesn't get over the ridge to the south here to really give us any light at all. Now, if we could put our panels upwards about, 100 feet, we'd get way more. During the summer, we almost never use the generator at all. We don't need it. And we also don't watch TV. I mean, we did a little bit last night, but generally no. So it depends on really what you want to do.
And in the summer, you don't need lights on. And
yeah, you don't even use your lights in the summer because it's always light. We never turn them on, mainly because we're outside the whole time anyway.
Right.
Now we're back to using them. And during the winter before Starlink, because Starlink is an amp draw, we do run it a little more frequently now. But during the winter, every third day, we would have to run and recharge our system.
Yeah. Which really isn't bad.
No, a gallon of gas every 3 days.
Right.
You go through 10 gallons of gas a month to keep us electrified.
Right. That's not bad.
Rob is saying, yeah, that's why I've not bought the 5-gallon bucket at Costco. I have a feeling it's not real honey and I want to make more mead.
Yeah.
Yep, I agree.
Onto it.
It's tough here. I can't even find a rental or one to buy.
Wow. Well, you might as well just move up here then.
Pretty much.
I mean, at that point, if you can't find somewhere to live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Janet Parrish, yes, Kermudge, the fall colors are beautiful. They are. They're different up here. I think they're a lot prettier up on the North Slope in the tundra.
The reds and the browns and the...
Yeah, you get some pretty intense reds on the tundra. It's amazing. And blueberries, oh my, they're everywhere. Matt's Garage, the Simple Alaskans getting ready for a little vacay. Oh yeah. The last one is weird not having Ashley here.
I know.
Because Ashley's really quite interactive.
Yeah.
And Alone's not in here either. I don't know what's going on. Brook Trout 1, it's still humid. The problem is my AC in my work truck quits working after noon.
Wow.
Oh, that's not good at all. And why is that? That's a strange thing. Mountain Mariner at Scott Belcom. Get as many panels as you can fit in the spot you've chosen, then size the system from there. Good advice. Good advice, definitely. Simple Alaskans. Oh, that's awesome. Are you guys coming back up? Oh, yeah.
Oh, now I want to read ahead. But
yeah, you're just skipping everyone.
No.
Rob is saying at Scott Belcom, that depends on your needs. We have a 1,900 square foot house in the bush and get away with a 400 amp hour bank and 6 320 watt panels and 2 535 panels. We do great in the summer. Winter is different. Yes.
Hey, look, it's here.
Hey, E.G. wife, you made it. Good to see you in here. Hope all is well with you. Getting ready for moose hunting up there.
They're not moose hunting yet?
Well, in the last video, they were getting ready.
Oh.
At Scott Belcom, I was a shipwright for years and focused on solar for large sailboats. There you go. They need to make the whole sail out of a solar generating panel. Then you'd be set.
There you go. The fake honey is most likely have Caro syrup in it. I think so.
Yeah, and it has none of the properties of a proper honey.
No, and it will degrade. It will rot.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not antimicrobial.
Yep.
That's the word.
And that's how we noticed it, because we had mold on the top of a couple of our jars, and we'd never even hot water bath them. And we've had it up there for a year and just the lid sitting on it, and nothing would ever happen. And then we had this one batch that we would get mold. I'm like, that's new.
Yeah.
And it was fake honey. So that was a tougher year. And Scott Belcom saying at Curmudgeon, Alaska, I've sized my battery bank on our needs. I've been doing solar many years, but not in a snow area.
Oh, no. And you will have to clean your panels off.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We use a real soft truck brush is what we use to clean our panels. Some people use like a squeegee or something, just anything but a hammer or a shovel.
Right.
And as soon as any sun hits them, they warm up so quickly that it's just anything else falls off.
Yeah.
Lots of hellos, EG wife. Even the easiest winter is difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hear you. Rob is saying it, Scott Belcom, then you'll be fine. A lot of people come up not knowing.
Yeah.
We're those people. I knew absolutely
nothing. We're a lot
nothing.
of people.
Yeah, I knew nothing about solar whatsoever when we decided to do it. But the bonus was when we put in our solar, it cost about $7,000. And there was a huge tax incentive for that. And we literally got every penny back, which made me wish I would have put in like lithium batteries and twice the panels. But honestly, with the bank that we have, it supplies us for 2 or 3 days. So it's not really an issue. I mean, yeah, if we went bigger and had lithium, we could do more, but I don't worry about it.
We're fine.
We don't have to run the generator every day. So,
right.
EG wife, hello, YouTube family. Hello, EG. Good to see you in here. Scott Belcom, I'm planning on bringing up panels with us when we move. Signature Solar is 4 hours away, and the panels are a third the price is up there. Oh, I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
Some places do have pretty good deals when they buy them in bulk up here, but I don't really follow that much. I think Rob does quite a bit more than I do. Matt AK, lack of winter prep time is a big reason why I left last year. Yep.
Yeah, because he got up here later in the summer too, didn't he?
Yeah, but he didn't have time to have a wood stove and firewood and all of that stuff. And
yeah,
it just put him at a disadvantage, and then didn't really know anybody there either. So
I'm telling you, if he'd have landed around Willow,
oh yeah. Yeah, you got to get in shape too, Matt, for that outhouse race coming
right
up. Yeah.
Don't worry, so do I.
Start your training. Scott Belcom, ooh, nice. I need to order more of the EG4 LL batteries from them. Oh, cool. Curmudgeon, LOL. She was just saying the same about the outhouse. Nice. We're thinking alike. I got to close this. I can only see like half of my face half the time. Is that better? Better. Okay.
What's shipping like from them to you?
Oh, I don't know. Good question.
Let's see. They went up on the price. First 2 I ordered was $6.50. Then when I went to order more, the shipping was as much as 1 battery for 2 to be shipped.
Yeah. When speaking of that stuff, some of it has gotten a little bit better up here. Amazon now has a distribution center in Alaska. So when we moved here, I used Amazon Prime all the time. That's how I ordered half our stuff instead of going shopping for it. And I still had it when I got here. And I'd order something. You'd never get it the next day. You might get it 3 weeks, 4 weeks later. It was pretty bad. But now lately I noticed I can order it Monday and have it by Thursday. So it's definitely improved with the distribution center up here. I'm still not going back to Amazon Prime, but it was worth it when we lived in the lower 48. You're paying for nothing if you have it up here. And there's the look. Yes. Scott Belcom at Curmudgeon, Alaska. Oh my, that's what I was afraid of. That's why my plan was to buy it here and trailer it up. And I agree.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff that you really want to think of what you're going to need up here when you think about what you're going to bring up here. There's a few things we wish we would have brought. There was a few things that wow, what a waste of space. We should have just let them go. But, like our table saw. Brought this big table saw up here because I customized it and put a 5-horse motor on it and all that without realizing that I didn't even have a generator to start that beast.
Yeah.
If it would start, it was awesome, but it wouldn't. So I gave it away after hauling that 400-pound monster up here, and I bought a DeWalt that will actually start. So really think about that stuff. Some of that stuff isn't terribly worse priced up here, but other things really can be. Did your wife LOL, Rob? I was going to ask about the counter. Oh, thank you. Janet Parrish, I appreciate the time off and the efforts that you put into your videos, shorts, and lives.
Time and effort.
Oh, time and effort. Sorry. I wish I had more time off.
Right.
I follow several on here tonight. Awesome. Thank you, Janet. Curmudgeon, it's Scott Belcom. Smart move. Also, if you have space, bring other stuff like Predator generators. They will sell up here. Oh,
there you go.
I know someone that would buy 2 of them right away from you. Mountain Mariner, extravagant is the word.
No, that's not what I was thinking of. But
there's no telling. Curmudgeon, the bell is for the wolves to play with. Oh, right. That's awful.
Yeah. And no, not that bell.
No TB, EG wife. What are you thinking? Do they have a TB in Venati yet? Just asking.
No.
Scott Belcom at Curmudgeon. Haha, you're not the first person to tell me that. Predator Jennies, small engines, and lithium batteries. Mm-hmm. Yep. You can pretty much make a living out of doing that, Scott. Janet Parrish, I apologize for all the questions. Absolutely not. No. That's what this is for.
Yeah.
That's what these lives are for. If anyone has any questions.
And as you can tell, if we don't know the answer,
and
we might need to finish that one.
Okay. Yeah. If we don't know the answer, there's other people in here that do. That is the remnants of Phyllis's cold, still holding on for dear life. Matt AK at Curmudgeon. If I manage to make her up there next summer, I'll truck you up some batteries. Oh, there you go. Cool. The Simple Alaskans. Please don't be mad at us for over the bridge footwork. Yeah, that's Phyllis always tries to get my face when we cross like the Hurricane Gulch. Phyllis,
what?
Would you?
Oh, you need
out of the fridge. Yeah, because I've never been one that's really terribly scared of heights, but the Hurricane Gulch and the one going to Copper Center, McCarthy, those are ridiculous. There's no reason ever for that bridge to be that high. I would rather drive down to the bottom than drive back up. Yeah, that's not good. I'm not mad at you. You guys rock. Curmudgeon at Scott Belcom. Yep, drag up as much extra as if you can. If you get a trailer and want to sell it, do it. Yeah, we also sold a lot of things like that when we got up here. Our trailer, we sold it, and we sold it for like $2,000 more than I paid for it, like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
We sold Phyllis's truck after driving it for a year or two for $7,000 more than we paid for it. So yeah,
I still miss that truck sometimes.
Yeah, it was a nice truck.
Yeah,
it was nice. Sorry. Ooh. Let's see. Curmudgeon at Matt AK. Let me know on dates, Matt. We intend to get some in the spring. Cool. P&J's at Janice Parrish. Questions for Adam and Phyllis is great. They don't mind at all. Not one bit. Nope. That's why we do this. Unless Onto It Aussie's asking, then you gotta back those off. I'm just kidding. We love her. Rob is saying Starlink does not use as much until you put it on snowmelt. And we'll find out how that works this year for sure. Because after the effort it took me to put that on top of the roof, there is no shot that I'm getting up there to shovel snow off of it. So we'll be running a generator for that. Maddie K at Curmudgeon, Alaska. I'm still feeling it out, but currently shopping for a trailer to bum around in for the summer.
Oh.
Cool. Curmudgeon at Maddie K. Cool. Keep me updated.
Not just them. Keep us updated too.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
Onto it, Aussie. I should go see if there's jobs going at Wasilla Death Valley. Jobs going at Wasilla Death Valley.
There's a Death Valley in Wasilla?
The whole valley is. The whole Matsu Valley.
True.
Curmudgeon, someone's working on that sail solar panel.
Really?
See, I was thinking. Brook Trout 1, they can't figure out the AC. It works great in the morning, and as the day progresses, gets hot. Maybe it's just the curse of a Chevy. I'm trying to think of why it would do that. Is it that the AC compressor just won't turn back on? It clicks but doesn't do anything? Or curious as to why it would do that. I don't know. I don't have any good advice for that. P&Js, please hit the thumbs up button for Adam and Phyllis. Thank you. Curmudgeon, thank you for the reminder at P&Js. Piece of Chevy, not purse. I had an idea, Brook Trout. Matt AK, yeah, it would have been a lot more helpful if the cabin was in Willow versus where it's at. Gorgeous area, but folks aren't super friendly there. And we're mostly all friendly here. Mostly. Yeah, we are. We're super friendly.
Right. And our neighbor's super friendly.
Yep. She's very nice. P&J's. Phyllis, we saw Randy's video with you guys fishing. Looked like a great time. We just watched that last night.
Yeah, it was a great time.
Yeah.
And I sent the link to Willow so she could watch it too.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that was a good video. Randy does very good work.
And the funny thing is like I told you last night, all the giggling he does. Yeah. When he's up here.
It's weird. I mean, I've known Randy since he was 18. And for whatever reason, when he's up here, he is so giggly and happy. It's kind of cool to watch. It's just in a really good mood up here.
At first, I thought it was just when you and him were out on Nancy being teenage boys again. But he was having fun on our trip too. So
yeah, he had a really good time.
Yeah.
Yep. Randy's a great guy. Matty K, of course, now the new wood stove is in and there's probably 0 cords. 12, sorry. 12 cords of firewood on the ground this year. Yeah.
Of course.
It might be. Curmudgeon. Timo shipped faster at times than Amazon. I have not used Timo yet.
No.
I'm still feeling that out. Onto it, Aussie, LOL. I'd bring a shipping container full of my canning gear and a truckload of thermal clothes. Oh, I love that idea. Yeah, I used a hot water bath canner or a water bath canner for the first time. And yeah, that was pretty cool. Mm-hmm. I've used it quite a bit.
No, now that you feel confident in it, you can start making jellies and jams. Ooh. I have that mint plant.
Okay. What do you make out of that?
No jamming jokes.
He knew what I was thinking. Not going to say.
Anyway, I have that mint plant now. We can do mint jelly.
Oh, to put over a lamb?
On my toast.
Oh, I thought you said on your toes. I definitely don't want mint jelly on your toes. Isn't that what?
Why not?
Isn't that what they put over lamb? Isn't it mint jelly and something?
No,
I've never had a mint jelly.
That sounds like a cranberry thing. I don't know. Okay.
Sorry.
Wow.
We got distracted. Went down that rabbit hole all the way. Marketplace Boutique. Hey, good to see you in here. Awesome. Lots of hellos going on. That's great. 1968 Alaskan sourdough is here. Had that cold. It's brutal. By the way, I'm late. Can you fill me in? We've talked about a lot of stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
We got some people that want to move up here. Scott Belcom and his wife. and asking lots of questions, and it's been a nice life. Yeah, no complaints. Maddie K, I brought that sick home from the July trip and still have a tickle cough.
No.
Oh, you need the super juice. 1968 at Curmudgeon, Alaska, living the dream. A valley house hunting. Oh.
No.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like any fun. You selling the other one? Maybe. Onto it. No, come on, be nice. Oh, certainly we will. You wouldn't love us if we didn't have that sense of humor. Okay, cool.
Death Valley is the hospital.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I can tell you stories.
Mm-hmm.
Please, Aussie, go work there and make them nicer people.
Make them better people. They just need to be better people. I mean, you had a horror story, but I've heard so many more that are so much worse. It's just like, what is going on?
Well, I'm trying to get a medical card and stuff like that for another project I'm working on. And the lady said, well, you could always go to Matsu Valley. I'm like, forget about it. I said, I'd rather go to a local vet. I'll have better chance of coming out alive anyway. Yeah, I won't do anything there. Forget it.
You guys said that's what they call a hospital there.
It is. Rob was saying onto it, Aussie. I think that's what they called it, LOL. Or why they called it that. Scott Belcom, I avoid Temu. Okay. I'm curious because I heard some things when it first came out. And then
but I don't know if they got remedied.
I don't know. I'm not even sure what all the issues were, but there definitely seem to be some reasons to not want to use it. But it keeps popping up on my phone, of course. And I know Rob's used it quite a bit and got some pretty cool stuff. But I don't know.
Oh, missed one. Oh, there we go.
Oh, you might be right, Rob. When we went up 2 weeks ago, Rob and Phyllis and Sarah and I and Blue, we picked a ton of beautiful blueberries. My goodness, they were gorgeous with great flavor. And then we freeze dried them. And I know Rob and Sarah tried them, and I told them, I warned them. I said, they're going to be a bit spicy. And I don't mean hot. I mean tart. And yeah, when they come out of the freeze dryer, they've got a zing to them.
Yeah, it's a flavor explosion.
It's... oh, my places. I can't imagine. Oh my God, keep it clean, you two. We certainly will.
No.
We will try. Curmudge, yes, the Greeks do a mint jam for lamb. Wow, that's hard to say. A mint jam for lamb.
You got it.
I got that. Yeah, and I thought they did, but I don't think I've ever had that. Yes, mint jelly on lamb. I've never had lamb.
No.
I don't know. Scott Belcom, I sure appreciate all the info. Absolutely. Anytime. And this is such a great platform to do that from, right? If you have a question, somebody in here knows the answer.
Right.
And then it doesn't have to be related to Alaska. It could be to off grid. It could be to, well,
anything.
I've helped people fix their cars on here. I end up meeting people that have issues. And
oh yeah, where is she? I wonder.
I don't know. I don't know. Because you were gonna go fishing with her last weekend.
No, the other car lady. Didn't she have a Subaru?
Makes
hats. Oh my goodness.
I don't remember.
Oh, I can see her face. I can hear her voice.
Yep.
Can't say her name.
Susie's Homestead. Hey, friends, and once a whiles. How are you? Good to see you in here.
Lots of
hellos.
Steve and Susie.
Scott Belcom. They have some really shady business practices. I'm not surprised.
Hey, look who else is here.
Hey, Big Family Expedition. Good to see you in here. We were lucky enough to actually meet them when they came up and brought their whole family on their school bus. It was pretty epic. They had a pretty good trip. They had some breakdowns, but they made her.
But are they still here?
I don't.
Or did they go?
Think they might still be here. Are you still here? I guess we could ask them. They're on here. And there's the link to Steve and Susie's Homestead. Awesome little group there. Check them out. They do some pretty cool stuff. Lots of hellos to people, e.g. wife. Now,
Right?
Temu will be popping up in all our ads. Thanks, Google. I know you're right, probably. If we were still doing this through YouTube, that's all we would see right now. Everybody would see commercials for that. We used to use YouTube for the lives, but then they made it mandatory that ads would pop up on lives. Who wants to see that? That doesn't make any sense. And we did it like twice, and we frantically had to find a way to get out of that. And a couple of friends suggested we go over to StreamYard. So here we are. They're much better.
There is the link for Big Family Expedition.
And some more hellos going on out there. Lots of them. How's the salmon? Yeah, it was pretty cool going with Kermudge, and we got lots of salmon. Rob's still got a few to smoke, and I have been eating ours daily.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love it. Lamb and mint sauce. Well, you'll have to make that when you come up here, Aussie. That'll be your dish.
Good luck finding the lamb, though.
No, you can get it at Costco. The Costco business. You can buy a whole.
Oh, that right. The whole. Yeah, you can buy the whole critter.
Probably.
There's 1968's
link.
Channel link. And what? So you're going to read? Or were you still talking about Costco?
Okay. No, it's fine.
Oh.
It's fine.
It just dawned on me. Adam is back. Should I ask about the hunt? Which one?
Yeah. We struck out so far. We still got a little bit of a chance for moose yet, but we were not ultimately successful on the caribou hunt, only if you define success as bringing back a pile of caribou. I would say the overall trip, the experience, the gear that we brought, everything was great. It was a great trip. Otherwise, I highly suggest you do not bring a Class C RV up there. I was pretty nervous about that one, but the trip was good. The trip was really good. Cannot complain. But I did not shoot a caribou. I shot over one twice.
I kind of want to go up there and just yeah. She jumped my string. Yeah. I kind of want to go up there and just hang out for a week.
Mm-hmm. I could
in the middle of the tundra and just.
Well, I think next year things will be a little bit different. And we probably will just be there for a full week. We actually only ended up hunting 2 days because then they were predicting 4 to whatever inches of snow coming. And we had a Class C RV with us. No, we didn't drive it, but it was with us. And we had to get him over Adigan Pass and the Chandelar Shelf, both of which are, well, steep.
Sketchy.
And if you go off, you die. That's how that ends every time. So we chose to leave early and stay alive this time.
Next time.
Next time, who knows?
We'll see.
All bets are off. Brook Trout 1, are you done fishing for the year?
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, there's still that one place we want to go, but the salmon run is done. It's pretty much done everywhere. When we went up caribou hunting would have been the prime time to go silver fishing, but we went caribou hunting instead.
We should have done some char and grayling fishing up there.
Yeah, we should have, but we only had 2 days as it turns out, so we got it pretty jammed in a short amount of time. So next year will be a completely different idea. Rob is saying, I love lamb, but Sarah will not eat it. I've never had it. I heard it tastes like venison, but
no.
No?
No. I'm not a fan of it.
Okay. And Phyllis grew up with sheep.
Yeah, it's... Yes, Rebecca Touched by Yarn.
Rebecca Touched by Yarn. That is the name.
I'm sorry if she's on here. I knew you're...
Ann Madunanda's not on here.
Oh, I know. Speaking of hats.
Madunanda made us some awesome hats. We actually got to meet her in person, as did Rob and Sarah. The hat is epically warm. It's so dense that if you pull it over your ears, you also can't hear anything. I wore it caribou hunting. It was pretty cool. Really liked it. Mountain Mariner at Kermudge in Alaska. What won't she eat? Lamb? Or why won't she eat lamb? Is what you must mean. I don't know. Yeah. There you go. There's the answer.
The flavor is weird.
Big Family Expedition. Hey, Paul and Jason P&Js.
Oh, wow. They're just saying hi to everybody.
Just doing a huge shout out. Awesome. Nothing wrong with that. Steve and Susie's Homestead. I had lamb chops for the first time last year. Oh my God, yeah.
I don't know.
I could try to cook them.
Okay.
Curmudgeon at Mountain Mariner. She does not like the taste. She's never had it made right, I say.
That could be, but because my mom was the one that cooked the lamb.
Oh, no.
So.
Why didn't you tell me that?
Really?
Oh, by the way, check out Phyllis's earrings.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
They're
fishing lures.
Mm-hmm.
Actual fishing lures. We always joke about it, but these are actual fishing lures.
But they're not actually, on hooks, but they're cute.
Yeah. Nice. Big Family Expedition. We left about a week ago, currently in Canada.
Cool.
Well, enjoy your trip. I hope everything goes well and you don't have any breakdowns. We live on lamb here. Oh, okay.
Maybe they've got some good recipes.
They might.
Yeah.
They might. Big Family Expedition. We miss y'all already.
Aww.
Yeah. Yeah, we wish we could have spent more time with you.
Yeah.
Are you ever thinking about moving up here full time or just using the bus to come visit once in a while? Mountain Mariner, probably. Also, American lamb isn't nearly as good as New Zealand or Chilean lamb. Okay. I don't know anything about that. Maybe it's what they eat. Stephen, Susie's Homesteads, commercials. We're here for the looks. Oh, the looks. Clint Gilchrist, got to run for now. Until next time, everybody stay safe. And you as well, Clint. Stay cool and safe. I built a tabletop smoker today. Awesome. Cool. That way the rain, who cares? Let it rain. You can keep smoking. That's awesome. Looking forward to seeing that video. Maddie K at Big Family Expedition. Will we get a tour of the completed bus or is it still a work in progress? Brook Trout 1, love lamb. I think I'm going to buy one. Well, there you go.
On the hoof still, or?
Well, that makes it harder.
Oh, the one at Costco is goat.
Oh.
You want to talk about a bad taste.
Yeah, no goats for me.
When I worked at Saputo, the cheese factory, every Christmas you'd get a cheese box.
Yep.
And they'd always had goat cheese in there. And I just, every year, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try it just to see. Nope. I'd end up giving it to my friend Jody because I think her daughter eats it.
Really?
Ugh. Heck.
Oh, yeah. That's really bad. On to it, Aussie. Just got to keep packing up my shed. Great to see you all. Take care, everyone. Awesome to see you in here, Aussie. We hope to talk to you soon. Big Family Expedition, still a work in progress. Oh, those things always are, aren't they? Class C, LOL. Yeah, that Class C, we hit a pothole. He hit a pothole in front of us with both duals on both sides at the same time. And for just a briefest moment of time, I could see daylight underneath his tires. That's how epically bad the potholes are on the haul road. It's just something to see.
Yeah, I'd get up in the morning. I couldn't tell if my back hurt because of the mattress or because of all the bumps we were hitting. Mm-hmm. Well, it wasn't even my back. It was like my ribs.
Oh, yeah.
And now my sides. I'm like, yeah. P&J's, good night, Ozzy. I hope you find a place you love soon.
Heck yeah.
Yes.
Matt's Garage. Got to turn in for the night. Early morning coming up. Take care. Great hanging with you. Good night, Matt.
Steve and Susie's. If I missed anyone, hello.
Awesome. Janet Parrish, I bought plugs and wires today, changing tomorrow. Okay. I know a little bit about my truck, LOL. That's cool. Yep. You got to do that maintenance. Makes a big difference. Steve and Susie, stay away from those passes. I heard they eat people in the passes.
That's only in Colorado.
No, I thought that was Tennessee. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Colorado. Yeah.
Oh, say it right. Hillbilly.
Yeah.
Oh, they might in Tennessee too. I don't know.
Yeah, up here you'd be frozen by the time you hit the bottom, so maybe it wouldn't be so bad. Curmudgeon motto is in Yellowstone. Oh. Okay, cool. Janet Parrish, I've never had lamb. Me neither. Steve and Susie's cute earrings, but that'll teach you all not to stand behind a caster. That's true. Oh my, that would hurt.
Oh man. And they wouldn't be in there still either.
No.
It'd be ripped right through.
Your earlobe would be out in the salmon.
That'd be good bait, I guess.
Can you imagine? Hey, wait.
It is. It started to fall down and I was like, okay.
Yep, we finally just took it down. P&J's lamb is amazing with rosemary and garlic seared, then cooked in the oven or crock pot, melts in your mouth. I'll try it. I may be bothering you for a recipe though.
Yes.
Russell RW, cool spin and glow earrings. They are, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a pretty popular bait up here. I've never really got to use them. Matt AK, I've only had lamb once, but I can't recall if I liked it or hated it. Well, that didn't leave a lasting impression. It couldn't have been too awful.
I remember, once again, when I had my yak burger, the idiot I was with had, I think it was a mutton burger, which is obviously lamb, sheep. And I tried some of it, and it was, no. I remember that now. But the yak burger, though, I tell you what, somebody wants to send me some of that.
Nice. 1968, the Santa at Steve and Susie's homestead. LOL. I seen that happen on the Russian. Guy kept pulling on the rod. Big snag.
Oh my God.
I saw a picture of a friend of mine who fishes down there a lot. And they were using big, heavy weights because they're fishing in a river. He got caught in a snag and it came out all at one time and hit him right below the eye. And it was just blood running down his face. Oh, ouch. Steve and Susie's watched a gal get a daredevil through the lip. I bet that changed her day for her.
At least that heals quickly.
Rob is saying, you can give me that goat cheese. Yeah, I tried it too. Not a fan. Nope. Yeah, you can't cut that line fast enough. Oh my.
And the ones where I've seen when they have the hooks like in their thumb or whatever, and they pull it through a little bit further so they can clip off the barb and then take it back out. I'm like, oh, yeah. That'll make your eyes cross.
Oh, I betcha.
Big family, we'd love to move there. You never know with us. The only thing for sure with Big Family Expedition is nothing is for sure.
Perfect.
Yes.
Well, I'm glad you were able to do all that work on the bus and then enjoy it.
Yes.
We kind of feel that way about our little camper trailer because for me, the fun is in the build, not necessarily using it. I just like to build it and then, okay, well, I'm done with that. Get rid of it.
The thing we've used the most since you've built it is our pop-up.
Yeah, we have used that a lot.
Yeah.
And we're not done. We are not done yet for the year. No, I plan to take it up one more time or twice, maybe. We'll see what we can fit in.
Okay.
Once most season is over. Russell RW saw a Costco video from another channel. They got a whole lamb at Bus Center for like $4 a pound, cheaper than hunting if you like the taste. Well, that could be. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I like the taste, honestly. So next time we go to Costco, we're going to buy a chunk, a slab, a roast, something, and we're going to call P&J's, and they're going to give us the recipe
with the mint.
Yeah, and then we're gonna try. Haul Road is something everyone should experience, but fly to Prudhoe and then take a fly out hunt. Just saying. Yeah, there's pretty much 3 ways to hunt up there, and the one that we chose was the hunting the corridor. So 5 miles either side of the road from the beginning to the end is bow only, right? And the other way you can do it is you can go up to Prudhoe, like Sourdough saying, and fly out. They drop you off. They pick you up 5 days later and fly your caribou out. That's a very expensive one because each flight is, say $1,000, $800 per flight. Well, when you go out, the plane's maxed. So when you shoot caribou, it's multiple more flights. Now, there's a third way to go, and that's where you go up there and you take an airboat to get outside of that 5-mile corridor, and then you can hunt with a rifle. And then they come back 2, 3, 4, 5 days later, whatever you set up with them, and then they just bring it back to your truck. That's what I'm thinking about doing. I would really like to do that next year. I think the boat trip would be fun anyway. Yes, Donner Pass. Yeah, we're staying out of that one. Scott's giving a laugh over at Kermudge. Janet Parrish. What is the taste difference between moose and caribou? I've had moose. It's like venison. Moose is kind of like venison. If you shoot a big old bull, it's going to be a lot like venison because it'll have more of that gamey flavor. Caribou, as long as it's not full out in the rut, has a lot more fat in it. And it's not bad fat. Like venison fat is kind of gross. I can't even. I've only had it in a chunk of meat once, and I almost threw up. Caribou is just more tender and not gamey at all, unless it's full out during the rut. Like I said, it's really, really good. I prefer it over moose any day, and I most certainly prefer it over muskox. The muskox that I've had was some of the nastiest, toughest meat I've ever experienced. Not good at all. Maybe it needed a good soaking in milk for a month before you tried it, but it was not good. Curmudgeon, yes, it does at P&J's, and that's how I make it.
Did you yak over the yak? Nope.
No, the yak. I haven't had it. You've had it. It was really good.
Yes. Mutton is nasty.
Yeah, I've never had that either.
Mutton is sheep, much stronger taste. Okay.
Yeah, I'll skip it. Brook Trout 1, as a teenager fishing on Lake Winnebago, my buddy caught my other buddy's ear with a rusty ass Rapala. Not good. Oh, I've always dreaded that, especially when you pack a boat full of 4 or 5 guys throwing baits for bass. So they got like double treble hooks, and oh, no, thank you.
We got some hellos.
Russell R.W. Yak is probably similar to bison, which is tasty. So is beefalo. I agree. Both of those I have had, and both are quite delicious. And there are buffalo up here too. Yes. If you're lucky enough to get one of those draw permits, or as Brittany would do, just win it for free.
Right.
Yeah. 1968 Alaskan Sourdough, Russian. That's where most wear sunglasses there. I stopped going there years ago. We went only once. And the sunglasses are for 2 purposes. A, to save your eyes. And B, you have to have polarized sunglasses. That way you can see in the water, see where the fish are, and catch them. The first time we went, we're out there, man, we are trying. We're just beating the water to a froth, and we're not catching anything. Some dude walks out there with a big old grin on his face and sunglasses, and boom, he's got a fish. 2 seconds later, he's got another fish, and then he's got his limit. I'm like, how? And he just pointed at his glasses. They're polarized, so he could see in the river and knew where to cast. He could see the fish. We couldn't see anything.
Right.
So,
well, it was cloudy that day. Why would we take our sunglasses?
Yeah, we learned a lesson, but I still would never fish there again. Yes, that pop-up has been pretty awesome. I will say, when it's really cold, though, it can feel less awesome because it is a tent.
Right.
But we haven't actually pumped the heat into it.
We did for a little bit when we on our first trip, but
but then we turned it off when we went to bed, and then the wind was so bad it was threatening the tent, tip the whole tent over.
Yeah.
So we just left.
Matt AK, my favorite thing to do is research the heck out of something, buy it, and then never use it.
No, I try not to do that. Somebody introduced me to a new scope for a rifle today, and I thought, oh man, that's a beautiful idea. You range it, it's set to your caliber, you set it up, you're good to go. So I looked them up online. Oh my. Yeah, I won't be purchasing one of them anytime soon.
Oh.
Yeah, like $3,500.
You have to get a lot of moose to pay for that.
Mm-hmm.
P&J's leg of lamb bone in makes it better, in our opinion.
Okay.
Well, I'll have to do some research on that.
Janet, that is awful. Caught my brother's lip with a cast. Oops. Oh. You'll talk about that forever.
Right.
I bought an 8-pound pork loin today. Got another for $1 score.
Wow.
That is a heck of a score. Nice job.
You need a Sherp to drive the 5 miles. I don't think you can.
No wheeled vehicles are allowed out there at all. No 4-wheelers, no Rokons, no anything, just foot traffic. And there is one other way. I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you this. You can load up a pack rack with all your belongings and you can walk the 5 miles out. And some people try it. They try it every year. We saw a group.
I saw a group coming back.
Yeah, we were standing on the hill, and I bet it took them 30 minutes to go 100 yards.
Yeah.
They were so absolutely exhausted, tired. When they finally got up to the parking lot, one guy continued to walk to the truck. All the other ones just took the pack rack off and fell down and laid on the ground.
Yeah.
They were just
I heard the guy say, well, I'm this close. I'm just going to keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. They call it the death march for a reason, and I have no intention of doing it. Because caribou, a big caribou up here, might be 600 pounds. And yeah, you're going to dress him out and he'll be less than that. But that's 3 times the size of a deer. And you got to carry it out. And so I've watched some videos where they go out there, they've got smiles on their faces and stuff, like they're really enjoying walking through the muskeg, which is not enjoyable anyway. And they get out there, they set up camp. Yay, they shoot a caribou. Oh yeah, they can't pull it. They can't drag it back 5 miles. They bone it all out, and they end up making the trip. The 2 of them make a trip 5 miles back with just the caribou, and then they walk 5 miles back out again to get their gear and come home. Nope, not for this guy.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Thank you, EG Wife. You are awesome. Great price, Steve. Yes, that definitely was a good one. Robin, Sarah and I will announce our next live on this week's video on Friday.
Nice.
Awesome. Looking forward to that. Russell RW, good Lord, no, those cost way too much, LOL. Russell, yeah, that's what, like 100K or so. Yeah, they're 100 to 140,000. They're pretty neat. I'm not saying I wouldn't like to have one, but I don't have that much cash laying around.
No.
Steve and Susie's muskox doesn't even sound good. It's all in the name.
I know.
Yeah, I've had people tell me that it's really good. The Simeon says it's good. But boy, theirs was
tough.
I'm
Maybe it
not
was an
paying
old one or something.
Yeah, like laying on the ground almost dead. Their fur is absolutely the most gorgeous thing you've ever seen. They're a cool animal.
And they're so cute.
Yeah, but it's nothing I would ever hunt. I don't even want to win a trip. I would just sell it. After tasting the meat, it was not something I want to do. Heck yeah, Janet Parrish, curmudgeon, looking forward to it. That'll be awesome. Curmudge, but with the first fire out front of it, it worked great when we went dip netting.
Oh, with the fire out front of the camper, the pop-up.
Oh yeah, that was great. Worked really good. Scott Belcom at last cut the cord. Did anyone live in a camper over winter in AK? I saw a couple is doing it successfully, but most will say, "Oh heck no."
There are some around Willow here. It's not necessarily by choice, and it's rough.
Yeah, campers aren't really made for that. They're not insulated to do that. Most of them. There are some, like the Black Series, that could probably do just fine. But when you do that, you really got to think about humidity. And propane does not work in those situations at all. They create so much humidity in the camper, it just ruins them. So what's your next best option? A diesel heater. That would work pretty good, I think. But it's using electricity, but you can make it. And then some even have these little micro wood stoves that are like that. You'll be up all night filling it, but yeah, I don't know. And I even know one couple that bought a Toyo stove, which is an oil burning stove, and they mounted that in their RV and they're using that. And that seems to work almost okay. Not really a great choice. I would shy away from it. I really would shy away from it.
No, Rob saying at Scott, I know 2 people in Talkeetna area that have lived in tents over the winter. I
think I'd choose to live in a tent over a RV.
Surviving with Whiskey and Miss Kitty. Travis.
Yep.
He lived in that camper.
Yeah, that worked out good. Come springtime.
I don't think it was even springtime.
Oh, wasn't it right, February? Because it was freezing. Yeah, there was a huge bunch of overflow in ice jam, and it flooded the whole area where his RV was at.
Yeah.
So that's why I caution people about coming up here in the winter, because you just
never know.
No, I mean, we made a nearly fatal mistake with buying this place.
Yeah.
With the flooding, we've adapted. And it hasn't been nearly so bad as that one year. We flooded 7 times.
Right.
And this year we flooded once. Last year we flooded once. The first year we flooded twice, actually, the first year. But yeah. Matty K at Scott Belcom. Sean in Alaska did, but he's down in Funny River and it's not quite as cold. No, not nearly as cold.
Yeah.
Matty K was fortunate enough to come up here on like the coldest day we've ever seen. Negative 52 below.
Mm-hmm.
So
I know wood stove that was out when we got home.
Yeah, because neither of us put wood in before we left.
I'm still sorry about that, Matt.
Yeah, that was not pleasant at all. Steve and Susie's, you can spend a lot of money on a scope. My rule is don't spend more on the scope than what the rifle's worth. So I could spend $3,000.
Really?
Oh.
Really?
Not on the rifle that I'm using.
Oh.
No, I have to buy a new rifle too to go with the scope, so it's like $7,000. The Simple Alaskans at Scott Belcom. I would sure not in our area, but it depends on the location. Agreed.
Oh yeah, over where
No
Lynn and Daryl are. No, it gets cold there.
Yeah, and for long stretches of time. Yeah. Steve and Susie's at the Simple Alaskans. I enjoyed that hunting video you put out. I watched like 15 minutes or so of it. And then I went to go moose hunting yesterday. And I was back in the house like 10 minutes later. I said, nope, no moose out there. And Phyllis is like, yeah, right. I said, no, the floodwater is right at the edge of our yard. So I just came back.
I looked out the window and he wasn't lying.
No,
see it from
it
here.
was there. 1968. A big caribou is usually a Highland boo. My take, I won't give up knowledge here, but it will be a remote hunt. It sure would. A lot of our caribou that we saw, the first one that I shot at and missed, he had some pretty good antlers on him. He was up there. It was nice, but I missed. And the other ones that we shot at were, because even the females get antlers.
Mm-hmm.
Usually they're just little forky things. But I didn't get one of those either. So I don't know.
Me either.
No, we all missed. Scott Belcom at Alaska cut the cord. Yes, the Toyo couple is the one I saw. Yeah, the Toyo would be the way to go. It's a diesel heater again, but it's not using combustion air from inside the vehicle. So it's not sending your nice warm air back out the chimney. And its diesel doesn't produce any moisture, where propane, on the other hand, produces all the moisture. Really bad. Matt AK, better to just throw up a quick shed to stay in, I'd think. I probably would too. We built that lean-to in a week. So.
Oh yeah, just drop a Connex.
Yeah, drop it. Yeah, you got to insulate them though.
Got to insulate
worse.
it. Yeah.
Connexes can be worse. That's a challenge.
The simple Alaskans agree with Matt.
Mm-hmm. Mountain Mariner, a quality yurt would be good for the winter. That would be.
Because you can put a pretty good sized wood stove in there.
Mm-hmm.
And they're a little bigger.
I've never been in one. Oh.
The dogs are getting impatient.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, at Kermudge Inn, just saw your 1/8 train video, Small World. That's been my family's hobby for 60 years.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Live Steam.
That's very cool. Matty K, don't be. It was fun, LOL. Matty K, I had a great time. Yes, it was a lot of fun. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
There was the look.
1968.
1968. Sourdough at Mountain Mariner. I've always wondered about a yurt. Yeah, I have never tried one. Never even been in one. I've seen them. Kermudge Inn at Scott Belcom. Love those little trains. We had one in our area in New Hampshire when I was a kid. Mountain Mariner. I stayed a few days in a yurt up in Fairbanks, Alaska. -25. Good wood stove. Kept it very comfortable.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, and dry.
And dry.
And they usually build a really nice base for them. Seems to help quite a bit. Yeah, I like Sean. He's fun. Yep.
Yeah.
He's a pretty cool guy.
Ed has a point.
You're right. Mongolians use them. So, yeah.
Pretty sure they've got it all figured out by now.
Yeah. P&J's deer season is soon. Here is soon. So excited to fill the freezer, make jerky, etc. No moose season here. Little to none here. Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't have moose season in Wisconsin.
No, there were no mooses.
There were a few up by Superior.
Occasionally, one would wander down from Canada and say, wow, this place is awful. I'm going back to Canada.
Yeah.
But yeah. Josh from Outreach 22 lives in a yurt up the road from you guys.
Yeah, I've heard about him.
Mm-hmm. Scott, our problem is the move in the winter. Even building a shed sounds like a mistake. I can build fairly quick, but I don't know how quick at -30.
Yeah.
No, I will say, like when we did the outhouse, and at first putting the shell up wasn't bad, but then finishing it, it was 22 below.
Yeah.
And I would come out and I would work for like 8 minutes. I would go in and warm my hands because you gotta have the dexterity. So you gotta take your gloves off a lot, and at -22, that gets pretty cold pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could always rent a place for a few months, and I think some of that stuff is kind of opened up around here. When we came up here, I had the same thought. We couldn't find anything to rent. There was nothing that wasn't $2,000 a month, and
That's
still, it probably would have paid to do that. because we would have had more time to do more looking around and maybe not moved by a river. Steve and Susie's propane produces 4 cubic feet of water vapor for every cubic foot of gas burned.
Oh my.
For example, a 1 million BTU per hour propane heater can produce up to 2 tons of water per day. And they do not work in an RV.
That wouldn't work even in a house like this.
Well, when we put ours in our house in Prairie Farm, he said, yep, I need to have a drain. And I said, well, I'll just put a coffee can under it. He goes, well, 2 things. You won't remember to check it daily to dump it, and it'll fill that can about 4 times in a day. So I ran it to the floor drain.
Yeah.
He was right. I was wrong. True. I think it'll depend on the area. Lots of snow, more work. If it's just cold, I think a yurt would be good. Possibly.
I
don't know. I have no experience. Scott Belcom at Medic K. That's our current main plan. Rent until thaw. But I sure don't want to. I don't blame you, but on the risk of buying a property that's not something you really want to stay at, I think it'd probably be your best bet, especially that time of year. Yep. Brook Trout 1, we have moose by and on our property in the UP of Michigan. That's awesome.
I think one of the better places to hunt moose in the lower 48 is probably Wyoming.
Mm-hmm.
And they're taking over in the elk areas, and between the whitetail and the moose, the elk are getting
pushed out
and fewer. Brook trout, can you get permits?
Permits for
the mooses or the meese?
Permits? I'm confused.
Hunting?
Yeah, but why more than normal?
Because, they have moose in their property.
Oh, he's asking that way. Gotcha. Okay, makes sense. Well, guys, yeah, I know. Usually, my mouth overruns what I'm reading, and this time I'm not reading fast enough. It's been an hour and 42 minutes, and we haven't done a live for a while. I think we're going to try to get back on some sort of a normal semblance of a schedule, and we got some ideas, working on lots of stuff. So, without further ado, thank you all for being here. It was awesome to catch up with you and talk to you guys again. It's been great. We really appreciate the support and everybody in here. And remember, our email and stuff is always in our channel description. If you want to email us, you certainly can. That's all I got.
That's all I got. I got nothing.
Awesome. You guys have a great week, and we'll see if we schedule. Maybe depending on if I'm successful with the moose.
Right.
All right. This is Adam.
And Phyllis.
From Alaska Cut the Cord. Love you. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Oh, my